What's up, everybody? It's the beautiful bald guy coming at you from Cochran GM, friendliest dealership in town. I got a question for you. Have you ever filmed a walk-around video for a car that was so powerful and so beautiful that it absolutely terrified you? Me neither. But we're going to do it today. We're going to do this together because today we have our 2024 C8 Corvette. This thing is gorgeous. I would show you the engine, but this one's a bit of a special. It's called a rear mid. It's a 6.2 liter V8, 495 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, and just so much to love. All right, so this is our C8, which makes it the 8th generation of Corvette. And it actually started all the way back in 1953 with, you guessed it, the C1. All right, now this one has our Z51 package, which gives us a couple of cool things. Right off the top, we have our machine alloy wheels. Now these are a stagger set. So in the back, you get the gorgeous Corvette and Forge, and of course our Corvette logo. But these are our 20s, and then up front, we've actually got some 19s. So that Z51 package also adds our Sport Performance exhaust. We've also added the black exhaust tips on there. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, keeping with that history, we talk about the C1, and then we move into the C2, which is where they introduced the Stingray. And keeping that history, they've got some really great sort of history in the taillights, but they've put a little bit of a modern twist on it. So we can pop this. First off, we see our Stingray logo, and then nice and easy, we've got lots of room for our golf clubs. You can actually fit 2 sets in here. And this is one of my favorites. This has actually got a soft close to it. So we're gonna close this, okay? And then we're gonna get a click and done. With all the cool performance upgrades that this car has, it's also got some brilliant ingenuity, like our wing mirrors, where you'll notice, maybe, that the passenger side mirror is slightly extended, giving you better visibility as a driver, which is just amazing to have. We're gonna use some of that visibility to look back at the history again, though, because with the C3, that was where we had the Mako Shark. And one of the things I love about the history is that each one has their own little thing. Like, getting into the C4 was a complete redesign, and they keep bringing in new ideas and keeping some of those really cool ones. And one of the new ideas that I really love is the Frunk, because it pops right open. And this has even more storage. This has got our car cover to protect it. We've got the access to the battery in behind here. And this is also a soft close, because check this out. Bam! As incredible as all of the exterior features are, the interior is just as incredible. Starting off with our seats, which you know are a fiver. All right, we've got our heated, cooled, power, leather, memory on the passenger side as well. All right, that is absolutely unreal. And speaking of 5, the C5. The C5 brought in so many cool things, including the resurrection of the Z06 in 2001. With the Z, I just have to mention that on our steering wheel, we've got a little Z button that kicks this thing into performance mode. And on the 6 side, the C6 was actually the first time in quite a few generations that they didn't do a full redesign, because they knew that they were really coming into what makes the Corvette so incredible. And so instead of doing that redesign, they refined the C5 into that C6. And speaking of 6, look at this 6y. Sorry. We've got our Stingray plaque in the back here. Absolutely gorgeous. We've actually even got a wireless charger back here. Now, moving into the C7 is actually where they introduced the 6.2 liter V8, which is the same size engine that, with a number of refinements, that they're still using in the C8 now. Now, with all of that power, they really need to make sure that everything is driver focused, and they have, because with all of these buttons, everything's looking right at me in this cockpit. I just want to fly away. All right, it's absolutely unreal. And they've brought in some really cool features as well, like our emergency door release if you're just having too much fun, it's like an eject button. That's not actually, I'm just kidding. But it's also got, if you're trying to get over a curb or anything like that, right? You don't want to muck up the front end. It actually has a button right here that I can use to lift the front end. A car this incredible has way too many features to mention. And so you know what you got to do? You got to call me, Matt, beautiful bald guy, right here at Cochrane GM. You can talk to me or any of our crazy friendly staff because we are the friendliest dealership in town. One final thing that I really have to point out, we've got, I love that sound. And this, it's a convertible. So while this opens up, I really want to feel the wind blowing across my scalp, because I'm bald, so that's the way it works, all right? But you know what you got to do? You got to call us, 403-851-5310. We'll see you next time.